What's up, everyone? It's the Nomad Brad. I'm here with my business partner Connor Boyland, and in this video we're going to show you a really awesome free traffic method to get your first 1,000 email subscribers in the next 30 days. Really excited to teach this.
Yeah.
So let's jump right in. We call it the free traffic wildfire method.
Yeah, you'll see why in just a second. So first of all, this is video 2 in a series that we're doing on email marketing right now. So if you didn't see video 1, definitely check that out. We talked about how to go from $0 to $1,000 to $3,000 a month consistently, predictably by building an email list. We did a little case study and showed you guys how we're doing it right now. We talked about why email is still super relevant, and if you want to make money, people prefer to buy products through email more than any other social media right now. And we just covered why this is super relevant right now at the end of 2018, going into 2019. So for everyone that says email is dead, it's definitely not true. But now we just wanted to get you guys started and teach you some real meat of how you're actually going to make this work. So really simple. The blueprint, all you need is an opt-in page, which is where you collect email addresses, an autoresponder, which is how you send people emails, and an offer, which is what you're selling them. And all of that, the first thing you need to get that going is traffic. You need people to actually go to your opt-in page, join your email list, so that you can start sending them emails and making the money that we're talking about. So this video, we're just going to talk about traffic, and we're not going to do paid traffic in this video. We're just going to teach you guys a really cool method that you can apply for at least 10 minutes a day over the next month. Obviously, if you want to do a lot more than that, this will happen for you a lot faster. But if you got 10 minutes every day, we're going to teach you how you can just pull out your phone and get a little stream of traffic going. And we call it the wildfire method because it starts off small, just as a little bit of a spark. But every day that you do this, it's like growing a little bonfire and getting hotter and hotter to the point where if you do this enough, it kind of takes on a mind of its own, and it becomes this raging wildfire of traffic where you couldn't stop it even if you wanted to. So we're going to show you how that works. Again, for those of you that missed the first video, this is basically what you can expect to be earning for every subscriber on your email list. And we want to help you get to that first 1,000 mark right here using free traffic in the next month. And yeah, it's going to start small, but by day 15, you're going to have a nice little bonfire going. By day 30, if you do this enough, it's going to be raging out of control. And this is how you're going to do it. Let's actually jump into Facebook real quick. We're going to use Facebook as a case study and show you how we're doing it using Facebook. You don't have to use Facebook, but it's really easy. It's free. It's available. Tons of people are on it all day long. It's designed to be addictive, and chances are a lot of your market is hanging out there. But you can also do this in forums, on YouTube videos, or any other place where you can get free traffic.
We like Facebook too because you can do it so easily from your phone.
Exactly.
You have your phone on you, even if you're at your job and you want to work on building your business, you can do it from your phone. So
yeah,
we really love Facebook for that reason.
We're all glued to our phones all day long. You might as well apply that towards building your list. So real quick, we wanted to do a case study for you and show you guys that this will apply in almost any niche you could find where you could sell products. It's not just make money niches. So we found this really cool product right here called Ted's Woodworking. It's one of the top products on ClickBank. It's based around a really passionate hobby. This is like the affiliate offer that you might sell if you so desired. We can cover how to sell ClickBank stuff in another video, but if you wanted to, say, make some money with email selling this product, what you would do is go on Facebook and do a little search here for woodworking. And what we've done here is we found a bunch of groups. These are communities where your target market will be hanging out. So we got 8,000 members in this one, 99,000 in this one, 98,000, 131,000. That's a big one. These are just groups where people hang out and they talk about woodworking, and a lot of them would love to join your list and get marketed to for possibly this product. The thing is, you can't go into groups and just start marketing to people, or they'll ban you pretty quickly.
You'll get kicked out.
That's amateur move. And we see here people are just talking about tools. This is their passion. They're sharing YouTube videos. They're looking for a small little they're looking for advice, they're looking for help. So what you would do if this is a niche you wanted to sell products in is you'd join probably all 5 of those groups that I just showed you. And you're going to go into these groups and you're going to start helping people and answering their questions. The way that that's going to get you traffic back to your opt-in page is that you're going to create your own group at the same time. So if there's, 5 different woodworking groups, well, you're going to create another one that you own. It's really easy to do on Facebook. It
literally takes less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like 2 minutes. It's free. You can create as many groups as you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what you would do is you would create your own group, and I'd probably just model what these guys are doing, like here's a woodworking group, here's where we talk about it. I would just create my own group that's like woodworking tips in 2019, like whatever, put a little spin on it. And as you go into these groups where there are hundreds of thousands of people hanging out, and you start talking to them, everyone that responds, like this guy's just talking about a bandsaw, let's say you commented on that, or you posted something and a bunch of people commented on yours. I would add all these people as my friend on Facebook and invite them into my group. The reason we're telling you to have your own group is it's really bad etiquette to go into someone else's group and start marketing stuff. They will kick you out. It's annoying. People don't like to be marketed to and sold to in that way, but they do need help and they do have problems that product, Ted's Woodworking, would be a great solution for. And so the way that you sort of get them over to your list in a state where they will be happy to hear your marketing message is you privately invite them into your group. And we're going to show you how to set that group up so that it builds your list for you. Once they're in your group, you actually can sell them things.
You can do whatever you want. It's your group.
Yeah, it's your group. There is, we'll teach you how to sell the stuff later. But the point is, nobody wants to be sold to, but they do have problems. And if you come in here and just start helping them out, obviously you'd have to know something about woodworking if you're in that niche. But there's probably tons of groups like this for every niche that you'd hope to sell in. If you're in fitness, if you're in health and wellness, if you're a coach, there's so many groups for coaches. It's insane. Whatever it is that you're trying to sell, chances are there's a group for it. And if it's not on Facebook, there'll be a forum somewhere or YouTube channel for it. And the strategy here, and the reason why we're gonna call it building a wildfire, is you go in these groups and you spark conversation. You ask questions, you answer people's questions, you just interact in the way that they're interacting in these groups. And every single person that replies to you or comments or likes your post or interacts with you in any way, you invite them into your group and you invite them into your email list. The reason we call it a wildfire is it starts small with just like a little spark here and there, but every single person that goes into your group, it starts to build on itself. Facebook has an algorithm that kind of determines if I'm searching for woodworking, these are the most relevant groups. And you're actually going to be, as your group grows, you'll be a part of that algorithm and you'll start getting recommended to people.
When people go to Facebook and they search for woodworking in the search thing, you can pop up here, or actually in groups.
Right. Those are pages. These are groups.
Yeah.
You'll actually start showing up in this search.
Right.
And so it takes a little bit of manual labor up front. You're going to have to go and manually invite people to your group and help them out and make it worth their while, make it valuable. But once you do that, the Facebook algorithm starts to take over and starts to recommend your group to a wider range of people. And if you put enough effort into this for a month, it will start to grow all on its own without your input. That's why, I would hate to spend hours on Facebook every day manually trying to invite people into my group. But seeing, and I actually didn't want to do this strategy at first. You first kind of taught me how this works. I did not want to do it. I didn't want to spend time hustling and grinding on Facebook all day. It sounds like not a productive way to spend my time. But the cool thing is, for a little bit of effort now, it will start to grow and produce bigger and bigger results over time. So I guess what we should do now is show them our group, right? So once you're going
you might be
into
wondering,
these groups,
people are coming into your group. Okay, well, how does that turn into people on my list, right? Because we're talking about building a list, so we're going to show you.
So this is actually one of our groups that we're running right now. A lot of you are probably in it. If not, we'll put a link below this video so you can join. But we designed this group specifically to help us grow an email list. And this is how you would want to do it. So the header, if you notice, it says click here. Well, that's not actually a button. Facebook doesn't let you put buttons like that. But we want people to click because what happens when they click, it opens up this photo, and this is our opt-in. This is how we're building our list. We have a little link here. It says, hey, do you want 80% opt-in rates? If you're an email marketer, that would be very valuable to you. Download our funnel template at rebelfortune.com.
Can we show them the opt-in?
Yeah. So if I click on that and go to this page, this is where we're building an email list.
Yeah. So this is totally free. I mean, this is like an asset that's always there. This page is always there, and then people can click on that button and put in their email address here, and now they're on our list.
So it's passive. We just built this page, collect an email address to get on our list. And we'll talk about opt-ins in a future video, but this is the opt-in page, and this is how we get traffic to it, by putting a link right here. There's actually a lot of other places you want to put a link to. Like one thing you can do is you can put a post in your group and then pin it so that it's at the top. I think right now the pinned post is like a what type
we're
of
trying to
marker
figure
are
out
you?
what everyone in our group is interested in
we're trying to figure out like what do you guys want to talk about, what topics would be valuable to you.
But that post could be just a straight up, actually there's a good example. We have a link to the last video that we just did. So as we were making these videos about email marketing, we're posting them in the group, and that's growing our YouTube channel, and it's also continuing to build the bonfire in our group.
Yeah, exactly. So, and you don't have to have a YouTube channel. You don't have to make videos. That's extra that we're doing.
Right.
But bare minimum, you would invite people into your group. It's set up like this so that at their leisure, and the best part about this is you don't have to force this on people. You don't have to say like, go click my opt-in. It's just obvious and it's right there. And because you've given them some value and interacted with them as a person, they're not feeling like that you're pushing anything on them. They don't feel like they're being sold something, but it is available. Hey, look, there's a really cool thing that you probably want available right here. We're getting a lot of clicks on that right now. It's definitely working. It's worked in other groups that we've done it in. Let's see, what else would we want to do in the group? So a lot, and we're not even, by the way, we're not even pros at Facebook groups, which is cool to know that like there's probably people out there that are much better at teaching you Facebook groups, and we'll probably get a lot better at it as well. But even though we suck at it, it's still working. Which is awesome.
There's still people joining our list every day.
Yep. So you don't have to be like really slick marketer to do this. You just have to have links and make it obvious of what to click.
It's so simple, right? I mean, all you have to do is just answer people's questions in Facebook groups, and now you're going to build your Facebook group.
Yeah, so back to the woodworking thing, like if that's a niche I wanted to sell a product in, I would make this group, instead of saying make money with email in 2019, it would be something related to woodworking, and I'd push to that page. So let's say, this is what they're using to sell Ted's Woodworking. It's 16,000 wood plans, the world's largest collection. I'd come up with an opt-in based around that, and then probably give them like the top 10 or something. Like, do you want the top 10 wood plans of all time? And that's what my banner here would say. Like, if that was my opt-in, it'd be like, do you want the top 10 wood plans of all time? Click here. And that's what I'd use to grow my email list and then sell this product through email. We'll tell you how to do that in the next video. I know we had talked in the video 1 about all the templates that we use to sell through email, and we got a great response from you guys. We really appreciate that. In fact, we're going to do an entire different video just on the email templates that you're asking for. So definitely going to teach you how to do that. But first, you got to build a list.
So you can literally get this started while you're watching this video. Exactly. Just pull out your phone, start a group.
And so we want to give you like a checklist, like a framework for how you would do this. And again, this is just on Facebook. We'll tell you other sources of traffic that you can do the same thing with. But you go out, if I wanted to do woodworking, I would join all of these groups, and I would start interacting with people and inviting them into my group and getting them to click there and join my email list. If you didn't want to do that, you could actually go into forums. Like if you just Googled woodworking forum, just Google that. Whatever forums come up, you would actually go into the forums and post. And instead of if it's a Facebook group, it's easier to get people to join another Facebook group.
Right.
If it's on a forum, I would skip the whole Facebook group thing and just push them straight to my opt-in. I would answer questions. I would help people. I wouldn't be salesy, but I would leave a little link to my opt-in page, just like we have a link here in the forum. And people that are interested will click over to that. And the cool thing is, even though this starts off small, the people that you will get clicking on your link and joining your list, they've already interacted with you as a person, not as a corporate entity or a company or a marketer, but just a person who's interested in the same stuff. And so when they get on your email list, they're going to be the most qualified person to sell to. You know, a lot of people, if you're doing, you know, a lot of paid ads or like solo ads or places where you're going to get a lot of clicks, but you're not really sure how quality they are. You're not sure where they came from. Like, are these people actually interested in buying from me? Or am I going to have to get a lot of people on this list to make any kind of profit? Well, when you do it this way, the personal interaction way on Facebook, every single person that joins your list is extremely qualified. They like you already. They trust you. They've joined your list because they really want to know more. And so because of that, you can actually start to make pretty good money and a lot of sales from a small amount of people because it's the cream of the crop. It's the absolute most qualified, best traffic that you can get.
If people are hanging out in these groups about woodworking, they love woodworking. That's so when you help them with their, you know, their woodworking questions, or you know, share funny jokes that only woodworkers get or whatever, you entertain them or something, then they like you and they know you're part of the same group. Like, oh, you're cool too. You like woodworking as well. So
exactly.
they're really going to be very qualified.
So here's how we would probably break it down. Join 5 groups. You could do this right now, actually. Help at least 5 people a day. So that would be like 1 person in each group, and this is bare minimum. You know, I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to do a lot more than this. But if you just helped at least 5 people a day, and then the person that you're talking to, and also anyone that replies or comments, anything else, personally invite them to your group, you can start to get a pretty rapidly growing group and a rapidly growing list in just a matter of days. And it really, the more work you put into this, the faster it will grow. And it's very reasonable to expect that for just 10, 15 minutes a day doing this, you'll start out by getting 1 or 2 opt-ins. And then the next day you'll get 3 to 4. And then a week later, you'll be getting like 10. And then a week after that, you'll probably be getting 20 or 30, you know, a day, 20 or 30 a day. And it snowballs on itself, you know, like it really does grow like a fire, where each one of these interaction points that you're having with people, it's like a little piece of kindling wood, you know? And the fire that you're trying to grow is your email list, your subscribers. It starts off really small, but every time you invite another person, talk to another person, it's kind of like going out and finding more wood to throw on the fire. And because things like Facebook, you know, they're keyword based and interest based, and it's a public group that you're starting. The bigger and bigger that gets, the more you'll find random new people that you never heard of finding your group and joining, which is why we call it the wildfire effect, because you have to force it to get started, but once it gets going, you can't stop it.
Yeah.
It takes on a life of its own and keeps growing without your input, which is a really high leverage, you know, strategy. Other sources that you could do this with, we're using Facebook. It's free. It's really widely available. It's on your phone. You can also do the same thing on YouTube, and you don't even have to have a YouTube channel. What you can do is go find YouTube videos in the niche, like if we're doing woodworking, go find all the best YouTube videos on woodworking and go down in the comments section and treat that the same way as the Facebook group. Answer people's questions in the comments, interact with them, leave a helpful tip, leave, you know, something interesting, and then at the bottom of it say, hey, by the way, if you want to learn more, I've got the 10 best woodworking plans ever, go here, and that'll be your opt-in link. And the cool thing about YouTube is those videos will be there for a long, long time.
And some of them get millions and millions of views.
Yeah, so by adding some cool value in a comment, you don't want to spam it. You don't want to be like, hey guys, check out my shit, go here now. You want to add some value first, and we could talk a little bit about like the best ways to do that. But you want to just find people that have questions, answer them, and then at the bottom of the post say, by the way, if you want more, go here. Generally speaking, that comment is going to now get seen by everyone that watches that video for the next 10 years. It's like an asset that you've planted there. And if that video is already getting millions of views, I mean, that your opt-in link is now in front of a qualified audience every single day for a long time. And actually, now that I'm explaining it like this, I'm kind of mad that I'm not doing it. And I'm probably going to start doing that as my next strategy to build on what I already have. Because a lot of people do that and it works really well. Quora is another really good website where I think they get 200 to 300 million views per month. And people are just asking questions. And the cool thing is, because people's attention spans are so small, every single day new people ask the same questions. And they don't really, go back in time to see if the answer is there. They're just always asking the same question all the time. And so if you happen to be on Quora for a couple minutes a day, answer this, and you don't even have to answer new questions because they're always asking the same one. So you could actually cut and paste the same response. Like, here are the top 10 questions people always ask about woodworking. Here are my answers. Every time I see someone asking this question, I cut and paste this answer, and your link is at the bottom. And now that's in front of another however many millions of people view that over the next month.
Yeah, with Quora, I've actually done Quora to build some lists and build like traffic to my YouTube and stuff. You can literally like immediately get seen by hundreds to thousands of people depending on the topic that you're on. Like, as soon as you post on a Quora question, there are so many millions of people using it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And you can actually see the stats of how many people are seeing your post.
Oh, that's cool.
And you can do it from your phone as well.
Yeah, there's definitely an app for Quora, so definitely check that out. I don't know why more people don't talk about that, actually. It's a really big website.
It's huge.
It's a massive source of free traffic. And some of the best traffic that you'll get from that is because people are asking questions, They're asking questions because they need an answer or solution to their pain or something that's frustrating them. And ultimately, the product you're selling is going to answer that. So by helping them out a little bit and getting them to take that step of join my email list, they're now super qualified and in the perfect state of mind to be marketed to, which is awesome. There's tons and tons and tons of niche forums. So whatever niche you're in, do a quick Google search of, woodworking plus forum or, fitness forum or whatever niche that you're in. Definitely join those groups. Some of them are more like private, There's probably a lot on Reddit as well. And that's really a place that you don't want to market to people. Like people on Reddit and sites like that hate to be marketed to. They will ruthlessly make fun of you if they think that you're trying to sell something, but they will absolutely love you if you're just being really cool as part of their community, as part of their forum, and adding some value. And then, hey, if you want to check this out, I've actually got a thing about it. If you want to read it, it's free.
By the way, I wanted to say, we're talking about like helping people with their questions. You might think, oh, I have to be an expert at woodworking to help. So the tip that we have for that kind of thing, especially if you're like an affiliate marketer and you're like, well, I don't really know that much about woodworking. How could I help people? Well, basically, we call it the Google it for them method.
Yeah.
People just, I don't know why, but people don't look things up on Google.
Nope.
So if you can just literally go Google it for them and then answer their question, they're going to be so grateful.
Yeah.
And they're going to trust that you know more than them because you gave them an answer to their question.
Just by finding stuff that people don't want to take the time to find for themselves, it actually positions you as an expert. And you don't have to know it. You just have to be willing to do a little bit more work than the average person is.
You're saving them time.
Exactly.
Which is valuable.
You took the time to answer their question and find it for them. That's valuable because they didn't want to spend the time. And now they're going to join your list and want more value. And then finally, Instagram is just another super hot platform right now that people spend hours and hours a day on. It's not great for every niche. You'd have to make sure that your niche is got a lot of big followings on Instagram, but fitness is huge on there. The entrepreneurial type things, anything in e-commerce is all over Instagram. If you're like selling t-shirts or drop shipping or anything like that, and I'm sure there's probably Instagrams for woodworking, those are hobbies, like passion-based hobbies. So find the top pages and do the same thing. In the comments, add some value, be cool. You might even start your own Instagram following and use that to build your list. A lot of people do that, and then their link to their opt-in is just in their Instagram bio.
Yeah, you get one link on Instagram.
Yeah, so everybody that follows your page will find that link, and then the most interested people will click to it. And again, organic, it builds over time. You might only get 1 or 2 followers if you did that today, but a month from now, you'll have thousands. It grows on itself really fast. What should you be posting? Like, how should you interact with people in these Facebook groups or YouTube videos or anywhere else? Like, what's the best way to interact with people so that they actually want to join your email list in the way that we showed you? Well, first of all, you just want to find the people that actually are looking to get help on something. So a lot of the really popular groups, there's so many posts all day and not all of them are relevant to you. So you can actually search in a lot of groups, and I would search for terms like help, need, searching, looking, question. Find the people that are asking questions, because they're the ones who most need help and they're probably most likely to buy from you, and answer their questions and push them to your opt-in. That way, you don't have to. It's the opposite of promoting yourself. You're actually going to people that are already asking for help and providing it, and then giving them the next step, which is join my email list, and I'll help you even more. The other, like the bad way of doing that, we see a lot of people do this, and it's kind of tacky, and it just doesn't work. Where they go in and they start offering, they make a post offering their advice on something that no one asked for. And, you know, they'll say like, here's my daily value bomb about, I think Gary Vee tells people to do this, give value bombs. It sounds like a Gary Vee kind of thing, which is awesome. But a lot of people will go into groups, and I think they misinterpret the strategy, and they'll say, here's my daily value bomb on this thing or that thing, like trying to position themselves as an expert. And if you see the people doing that, they usually only get like 1 or 2 likes, no one comments. It's kind of the equivalent of walking up to a stranger on the street that didn't ask you for anything and trying to tell them what to do. It's like offering unsolicited advice in someone else's group. Now, if you're the group owner, that's appropriate because they're in your group because by being in your group, they've already asked for your help. But if you go into someone else's group and try to be some expert guru person, start giving advice that wasn't asked for, you just look like an amateur, and also it's ineffective. Nobody really will respond to that very well. The most successful people doing this strategy will go into a group and post something that speaks to the self-interest of the people in the group. So if it was woodworking, they'd be like, hey guys, what's the best tool to use for carving out a table? I don't know that niche, so I don't know what you'd actually ask, but I'm guessing they talk a lot about tools and techniques, you know? So you go in there and say like, what's your opinion, guys? What's the best tool? And tons of people will start, oh, I love this tool. I use that tool. I'm in a lot of marketing groups, you know, the people that are doing it well will go in there and just ask a really basic question that's like, hey, what kind of marketer are you? You know, what'd you guys do when you made your first $1,000? What are you guys working on right now? Like what do you guys think about this strategy? You know, they just ask for people to sound off on their opinion or give an answer to something or, you know, engage. And it has nothing to do with the person posting it. But you'll see the posts that are getting like 50, 100, 200 comments, and it's usually just one sentence of like, we could dive into that later. The point is, don't make it about you. Remember, people don't want to be sold to, but they do like buying things, and they do have problems they need solved. So you'll get outed and you'll look like very salesy if you make it all about yourself. But if you make it all about them, they'll actually be asking if they can learn more from you and want to buy from you without you even offering anything. That's the strategy. So right now, you can actually get started. If you haven't already started this right now, find 5 groups in your niche, whether it's on Facebook or anywhere else that we've showed you, and join them right now. Some groups, you know, you have to be admitted by the moderator, so just click that button and, you know, it may take a day or two, but join the group right now. Start your group right now as well, and set it up the way that we just showed you so that every single time you talk to someone on Facebook and become their friend and invite them into your group, you have a chance to get them to your opt-in page. Or if you don't want to do that, join forums and just come up with like whatever your opt-in is, like a block of text that pitches the opt-in. And then start answering questions and just put that at the bottom of everyone. By the way, if you want to know more, go here. Set it up systematically right now so that every single day you can be adding to this bonfire, adding to the wildfire. It's really exciting when you see it take off. I swear I was the most skeptical person. I did not want to do this. But even without being like the most slick marketers, we just started doing it and it took off on its own really fast. Finally, after you do this, post the URL to your group below this video in the comments, or post the link to your opt-in page, and we will join your group for you. One of the biggest insecurities I had starting out was like, if I join a group, is no one going to come up? You know, like nobody wants to join a group that nobody's in. You know, it's like the first person on the dance floor, and that held me back from starting for like a month. And then once I started, nobody cared. They just joined the group because they want help, you know? But if that's you, if you don't know how to get started, if you post your group below this, we'll all join. And Brad and I will both join your group, so you don't have 0 people, you'll have at least 2. But even better, you can get free traffic from this YouTube video you're watching right now. Post the link below there, and our offer to you guys, everyone watching this video, let's all join each other's groups. Brad and I will join every single group of everyone that posts below just to help you out and get you started. We might not be qualified to buy what you're selling, but we will definitely join your group and help you get the first few sparks going. Everyone else watching this, do the same thing. We'll post a link to our group below this. If you're not in that already, you definitely want to join. But anyone else that posts, let's all get it going. Let's all join each other's groups. This video you're watching right now can be part of your bonfire.
Yeah.
And this is on YouTube. It's going to be here for the next 10 years at least. The people watching this video, it's only going to grow. It's only going to get bigger. We can actually create a wildfire right now, everyone together watching this. It's just like they say, a rising tide raises all ships. Well,
yeah.
Let's all do this together. Seriously, we can all help each other out. And just post your links below, and you've already got some traffic right there.
Let's get your list going, growing, get your wildfire started.
And then that's what we want you to do right now. Every day for the next month, if you spend at least 10 minutes a day just sparking conversation in the groups that you're joining right now, friending people and inviting them to your group. It's like inviting people to sit around your bonfire. It will start to get hotter and hotter and hotter. And every day for 10 minutes a day, I think we're all on our phone for a little bit more than 10 minutes a day. We're just constantly glued to this thing. But now, instead of just mindlessly browsing Facebook or any other site, you actually have a strategy. And everyone else that's mindlessly browsing is going to get sucked into your vortex here. They're going to get sucked into your bonfire. And I think you're going to be really shocked at how fast it can take off. This is how we built email lists of our first 1,000 subscribers. And we're professional marketers, so I may use free traffic to build something if I don't have the resources, but ultimately our goal is, once we're making enough money, to reinvest all that money in paid traffic and then get this thing going to a freaking inferno. But if you had no resources or no paid traffic experience whatsoever and not a dime in the bank, well, you probably have something if you have a Facebook account and a phone. But if you just don't know how to get started, you want free traffic, this is exactly how to do it systematically. So instead of just without some strategy, a lot of people just post links to their shit everywhere all the time, and if you post enough links, people will click and people will opt in. You were telling me hey, it doesn't matter if your opt-in's even good, as long as it's there, someone will join.
Someone will join.
And a lot more than you might think.
I think it's hard for us to understand how many people are on social media every day. Like those groups, they have 130,000 people talking about woodworking every day. Not everybody's in there every day, but let's say it's only 10,000 people a day. 10,000 people for free you can actually
talk to and access. And do you think that you could get a handful of those 10,000 to come check out your opt-in and join your list? Absolutely. You just have to offer it to them.
Remember, we only need to get to 1,000 to really start making some good money.
And remember what that's worth, remember what 1,000 subscribers could be worth to you. It could be worth $1,000 to $3,000 a month, consistently, predictably, because now they're on your email list, which you control. It's a lot more controllable and predictable than social media. But this is like a targeted strategy for using social media and all the sources of free traffic that we just showed you and focusing it. There's tons of people out there that don't know what you have to offer on your list right now, and this is a way to get their attention and in the most valuable, positive way, get them excited to join your list. And man, I'd be shocked if you did this for 10 minutes a day. I think you're going to be really surprised at how fast it happens. We have a checklist for you. I know we just covered a lot of ground in this video. They always end up going a lot longer than we plan on. But we just want to make sure
you guys watching.
We just want to make sure you have everything that you could possibly need to figure this out. But we're going to summarize this in a checklist, and you can click a link below this video to get access to that. And you can print it out and just post it by your work area, and then every day just follow it. Hey, help 5 people in this particular way. Post an opt-in link like this. And that way, every day you're like, all right, I did my work. I did the free traffic checklist. And every single day that fire, it doesn't get smaller.
Yeah.
Every time you do this, every time it's like adding another piece of wood to your fire.
Yep.
And the faster you build it, the faster you get a list and start making money from it. So download that checklist below this. Remember to post links to your Facebook group and post link to your opt-in page. And in every single person who watches this video, we want to encourage you not just to post your own, but join everyone else's. If you see someone below this video who posted a link, get in their group. All right. Say that we sent you. You know, we'll be in there too because we're going to be joining all yours. And anyone that posts a link to their opt-in will subscribe. You know, we'll all be a part of your list. It may start off small. We just made this video now, so it may take a few days to get going, but this video is going to be here for a long time and it's only going to get bigger. So you might as well leverage that for your own benefit. Put a link below this video and you'll be getting free traffic from us right now.
Yep.
Finally, how do I make money from this?
Yeah.
You're probably wondering, okay, I can see very clearly how to use free traffic to build my list. Where's the money going to come from? Well, we're going to do an entire video next exactly on that. We're going to cover our proven 7-day email sequence that you must use to take all of this free traffic and these new subscribers and turn them into customers. It's one thing just to get eyes on your opt-in page and get people to opt into your list, but what do you actually email them? Far too much to cover in this video alone, so we're going to do a whole nother video next just on what do you email them. I know a lot of people were asking about our proven email templates. I've got a library of thousands. It's far too many to just, you'd be overwhelmed. But what I would love to give you is at least the first 7 days done for you, because the first 7 days that someone joins your list, they're going to be the most interested. You know, if you haven't done email marketing before, you know, you'll see a lot of opens on the first day and the second day and the third day, and slowly it trickles off to like a level. But the highest leverage thing you can do is have some really great emails in a sequence right when they join your list, because that's when they're the most likely to convert. And we're going to give that to you, done for you in a template in the next video. So keep an eye out for that. And that's it.
All right. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to post your links below. Click the link underneath the video in the description to get your checklist for your free traffic wildfire plan. And we will see you on the next video.
All right.